Hey guys, it's Tasha. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the crib. For my returning positive supporters and subscribers, welcome back. Come on in and get comfortable. Guys, I'm coming from my kitchen today for this week's excuse me, Throwback Thursday. And for those of you who don't know, Throwback Thursday is where I go and look at videos from 2 to 10 years back and bring some of those crafty ideas back and reintroduce them to you guys. Okay, this time it's going to be, what is it? Making leather paper and coffee dyeing. And I know people are still doing this now, but this has been around, as far as I know, for probably about, I think, 9 years. I know the vinegar one is going to be 9 years because that's when I saw it. I'm going to say that's when I saw it, but that's when I went and looked up the video that I remember, it was 9 years ago. It was posted 9 years ago. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on real quick. I got it set to 300 degrees. I think I'm supposed to set it to 2, but I have to work off this little toaster oven right here. Now what I'm using in this plate is some balsamic vinegar, and it's just the brand I got from Kroger, and it was the cheapest one, probably because it was smallest, I don't know. And this over here is coffee, and this is what I'm using for that. This Frappuccino Espresso coffee, and I'm using it because this is expired. It expired in July of 2018. Not to say that it's not, it still could be good, but you know, I'm not going to trip on it. So today I'm going to be using 3 papers. If I can get them off this thing right here. I'm just going to be using regular copy paper in both. This is like, you know, the paper that's in the notebooks that we use for our TNs. And then this is some book paper. This book that I got this out of was printed in 1950 something. So we're gonna do one set in the vinegar, and then we're gonna do the other set in coffee. And then we're gonna see if there's a big difference. So I'm gonna put this on first. And I've had this out for a while, that's why it looks like this. It has evaporated a lot. My son was in here playing the game, so I had to wait actually until he left so that I could start this process. And the vinegar really is supposed to make your paper turn into like faux leather. And you're supposed to leave it in here for 3 minutes. Well, 2 to 3 minutes. So I'm going to put my timer on 2 minutes. I'm going to put 2 minutes and have it to start. And then we're just going to fiddle around in there. And then, let me see, I think it'll be good. Let me get... You know what, let me take the other piece of book paper, and here it is. Let me dry my fingers out because I don't want to cross-contaminate, and just put it in here. Now, I just actually dumped the whole container of that packet in here, and that was it. It's 56.7, it was 2 ounces of powder. And I didn't bother to measure anything. I just put it in there and put some hot water in here, and that was it. So this is just me dunking it in, getting it coated here until that thing right there goes off. See, it's supposed to be 2 minutes, another minute, and it should be good. Where are my tongs? Because I got to have something to grab this with. Let me put that up there for right now. Find my tongs. Here they are. And guys, if you ever use vinegar, you see there are some little bubbles in here. That's because this is actually doing something to this paper. And if you listen closely, you can actually hear the paper hissing. So it's about 20 seconds left. I'm just going to go ahead on and open this up, and we're going to get this in. And we're gonna see if the paper is different from using vinegar and using just regular coffee water. There it is. I'm just gonna let that drain off a little bit more right there. I'll put this on one side here, and I'm gonna put the vinegar one on the other side, and hopefully we will see the difference. So this side for me, and I'm facing it, the right side is the vinegar, the left side is the coffee. So let's get these in, and I'll see you in about 2 minutes when they dry. Okay, it's been a couple of minutes, and I'm just gonna take these out. I had actually turned them, and here they are. This one is the coffee one. Oh, this one is not quite dry. This is the vinegar one. We're going to let that dry a little bit more. It's got a wet spot over here, which I'm sure is because I didn't let it drain properly. So we'll put that back in for a couple of minutes and come right back. Okay, we're going to take this on out of here. There we go. It's not terribly, but my hands are wet. It has some shiny pieces on it. I don't know what that means. I don't know if maybe you guys can see that. But we're going to put it up here, and then we're going to go to the next thing. Let me close this back up. Hopefully I won't burn myself. We're going to take these pieces next, and we're going to crumple them up a little bit. Not a lot. And we're going to put it, one in the vinegar. We're going to put the, let's do 2 minutes again. Timer. We're going to put this one in the vinegar, and I'm just going to dump this because this one doesn't take so long. Ooh, can you see me? Let's do it this way. There we go. And I'm sure this dish isn't deep enough, but right now this is what I'm working with, so forgive me. There we go. I'm going to let that sit there. I think we got some on everything. And let's take this one, dunk it into the coffee. Now, I haven't seen anybody just leave the coffee one in. They normally just pull it out, dunk it in, and pull it out. Let's see, do I have something else? Let me see. Let me get another plate right quick. Because this has 45 more seconds. So let me drain this. And I should have kept up with what the ratio of coffee to water was. And I apologize, guys. But all I know is it's got to be strong. That's all I can tell you. It has to be strong. Like some stuff that you probably would never even consider drinking strong. So let's see. Let me put this over here because I got 5 seconds. Okay. Let's pull this. I'm going to put the tea one first. Make sure I get all that off. Try to as much as possible. If I can't get this in here. I mean the coffee one. I'm talking about tea. The coffee one. And then we're going to pull out the vinegar one. Yeah, you can see that. I'm just letting it drain a bit. And I'm going to put this in here. And I'm cross-contaminating, guys. I apologize again. But we're going to see how this is going to work. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Uh-oh. Let me get it together. Get it together. I'll leave it alone. Just put those in there. And let's hope for the best. So I can pour this one over a little bit. Nope, not without putting all on too. And tearing the paper. So let's just go ahead on and get this on in there. And I'll see you guys back when I either turn them, when I check on them to see if they're dry. Oops, I think I left this in a little bit too long, but here it is. This is the coffee. And come on. And this one is the vinegar. Now, for the tried and true, we have the regular copy paper. Vinegar is here. And I'm going to put my 2 minutes on. Timer. Okay. And this is for the coffee one. Let me close this up so we can retain the heat in there. So I'm gonna just work on this coffee one real quick. Ah, you guys can't see that. I hate it, I'm sorry. I'm working in such a tiny space. But this is gonna be in here for 2 minutes-ish. I may want to leave it in for 3 since I think I cooked that last sheet, y'all. So we're gonna let this, gonna diddle around in here. It's been almost a minute. Been 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now we got 1 minute left for this one. That's interesting. Never look at how that paper is doing. It's buckling. Okay. Well, I don't know if that's buckles or bubbles, but it's doing something. So I'm just gonna leave that in here and let it do its thing. And then I'm gonna put that to the side. I got 30 seconds, so let's get this coffee one in here. And you know what, let me do this with the coffee one. How about that? Just because. I'm gonna let that be in there like so. And let that sit there for another 10 seconds. And then we're gonna pull these out and put them in. Now this, I'm pretty sure that it's not gonna, anything gonna happen to it. But we gotta get this out of this, out of the vinegar here. So let me pick this up, put this back over here. Now I don't know what the handmade that is. Look at the bottom and then look at the rest of the paper. Now why didn't the bottom, and it looks like an actual, a perfect line or perfect spacing going across there, and it didn't do anything. Okay, so we're going to just put this in. Put this on the vinegar side, which is over here. And then we're going to get our coffee out. And we're going to put this on the coffee side. And don't burn myself. There we go. And we're just going to get that in. And I'll be right back and we're going to take that out. Okay, let's get these last 3 out of the oven. At least I hope they're ready. Okay. It's a little bit damp, but dry enough. And this is the vinegar one. That one that I tell you that had all of the texture. Here, check that out. Well, we're going to take a closer look at it upstairs when I get back to my desk. Let me I don't want to put it in because that part is dry. Okay. And this is just something I just had in the way. I'm going to put that in. And then I'm not going to even have y'all watch this one. Then we're going upstairs. Okay, guys. We're about to wrap this up. Okay, these are my 2 stacks of paper. This one is the vinegar stack. And this one is the coffee stack. Now, let's go with this one first. And the reason why, you see this really dark piece on the top, and then you got these light pieces. When I did this one, I didn't do this one on camera. The coffee was hot. So I'm assuming that, like when I first did it, when I first put the hot water in, it was hot. I dipped it in. So that may be why this one is has more color to it than these. Because the coffee had cooled down by the time I did these. But this is the paper. This is the piece from the notebook. From the book. And it's fine. It's just, got the stains in it. And this one as well. Like I said, this is the one that was done when the coffee was hot. Now the vinegar one, on the other hand, this paper, including the page out of the book, it actually feels like a material. It feels like a leather, to be totally honest. And it don't even sound like paper, if that even makes sense. Let me see. Here's the paper. Okay. And here's this. See what I'm talking about? And the only thing about this is I have some pages that I had done with vinegar years ago. And let me see if I can grab a couple. Let's see, where are you? I hope I can find them. Because it would be like me to not be able to find them. And that's exactly what's happening. I can't find them. But they seem to be very brittle now. So I don't know if, after a while, after some years, I don't know if this is going to turn brittle or not. But, if you want to try this, I say try it and give it a go. So we'll have your vinegar leather, paper leather, your faux paper leather or whatever it is. And then you have your coffee, coffee stain, coffee dyed paper. Okay, and this is my Throwback Thursday. Alright guys, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my video. If you haven't, I would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. All your comments, I truly appreciate it. Come back anytime and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye bye, love bugs.